So, I was doing a transport mission for a couple of workers on Porrima, and I come across this unidentified ship, and I can't speak to them. We had a couple of noises like chirping and digital sounds, but this looks really weird. I mean, look at that. Looks like a shuttle of sorts. It has nothing to do with the modern technology in the universe. So let's board it and see what this is all about. I love this casual random events that happen. I had these two workers and I had to just take them to Porrima II, and then in the orbit I just come across this weird ship and nobody can communicate with it. It says unidentified ship, so we don't really know what type of ship is it. But it looks cool, it looks pretty okay. Oh, there's someone inside.
There's no reason to suspect whatever it is hostile.
With the captain. Now is the time for diplomacy.
I agree with diplomacy.
We must be ready for anything.
Oh, let's open the door and see what the hell is this.
You're human.
Of course I'm human. I take it you were expecting something else?
It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bamani Reader.
Hello, Bamani.
And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
Why are they surprised that we're humans? Starship design. Let's see what this ship is about.
I don't know all the particulars, but I'll try to answer as best I can. It's a colony ship.
Okay.
It was built long ago by our ancestors to sustain our crew over hundreds of years in space through generations of travelers. It's sturdy, fast, and spacious. That last one is important because we had to take as many supplies as possible with us on the journey and still have ample space for our crew.
Okay, so what this is...
You've come aboard the Earth colony ship,
Okay.
Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium ago.
Come on, we're gonna help these dudes. Why they thought we were humans? It's like...
As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind.
Yeah.
Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others.
Wait, so let me understand. They left Earth 200 years ago to come to this universe, to this solar system. It took them 200 years to come here. But in 200 years, this solar system and many in the universe have changed a lot. I don't think they were expecting humans, that's why she acted surprised. Incredible, 200 years. How did it take you so long to get here?
Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did. Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. da Costa, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Wow.
Thank you, Captain.
Look at them, all having like really old Earth guns. Bro, look at this.
I don't believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist.
There's no need to fear me. You just give me your ship and we're good.
Outside our ship.
In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios. Climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. Just
I mean,
so,
you were
he gathered the
close.
best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
True.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships before you arrived.
Where are you? Come here. Lady. Ma, I like this. I like this ship. Captain's quarters, everything is nicely labeled. There's a lot of space. Normal stairs. Not like ladders everywhere. Lady, can I pilot your ship?
The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually.
It sounds like you could use some help with your situation here.
As I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
I want to help these dudes. Let's see, what's wrong with your communication
We
system?
suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options.
Makes sense.
We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it. If anything, it may have inadvertently alarmed them. We know there's a settlement on the planet below, meaning people were here before us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us.
Why not just find another planet?
Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet.
I'll try, but diplomacy may require a compromise.
Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such, but initially I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us.
So, you want a fully established city that has been here for hundreds of years to go away and abandon the planet because they want to settle here. Brackenridge, are you out of your bloody mind? Why don't you just settle on the other side of the planet?
We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future
What?
of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world.
Are you out of your mind?
I'm serious. We have a rightful claim to this land, and I intend to fight for it. But as you're currently our only hope, perhaps you'll honor my request and give it your all, for the sake of some very weary travelers who have come a very long way to be here. Thank you.
Look, even the Felipe is laughing at you. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. What are you gonna fight them with if they don't want to leave the planet? With vegetables and carrots? Your technology is like 200 years old. They can decimate all of you. I could decimate your ship in like a fraction of a second. Look at them. They have hydroponics.
All this time.
Wow. I mean, look at this ship. Fellas, change of plans. You'll have to wait a little bit, yeah?
If we could avoid drawing attention to ourselves, that'd be fine with me.
Yeah, no, shut up. We can't avoid any attention. We've got some big things to do. You're witnessing something incredible. There's no way they're just gonna leave. Yeah, everybody's just gonna leave because you want to settle here. Just to share it. I mean, there's so much you could learn from them, right? Unbelievable. Look at that, Paradiso. Looks like, you know when you played Scarface the first time, you have those old hotels with that type of writing on it? That looks very, very old. I think they would settle really nicely. So, open the door.
Paradise, but that doesn't mean we don't run into trouble from time to time.
Yeah, problems are right into space. There's a very not civilized lady that wants to take this particular place. Because the planet is too small for the both of you. Hello, sir, madam. Who are you? I'm here to speak on behalf of the ship in orbit, the ACS Constant.
Oh, it has a name. Good. Then you're already familiar with the situation, I take it.
It's an old colony ship from Earth. They believe they have a claim to settle here.
Interesting. We obviously have no records of a colony ship claiming this planet. Whatever the case, you'll need to speak with Oliver Campbell.
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment?
Oh.
What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
I like this guy.
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Wait, why do I have to buy the grav drive?
It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain? I have no idea, because I'm not suggesting anything of the sort. But it's a wonder that old ship made it all the way here in such a relatively short time. Must have really been pushing themselves. An engineer friend of mine told me once that the reactors on those old ships have a tendency to self-destruct if they overload. Of course, their engineers must have taken great care not to push it too far. Someone would likely have to override the safety systems in the reactor computer. But who would do such a thing?
I think I'll buy the grav drive and convince them to settle elsewhere. I don't like Porrima anyway.
Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at HopeTech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him.
I'm gonna kill all of you. Except him. I like him. He's alright. Except the fact he's looking at me like this. Why are you looking at me like this? Alright.
Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband.
Let's get that grav drive installed. I want to see where they go. It would be cool, although I don't think that's gonna happen, but it will be cool just to settle them somewhere else and then develop their settlement and help them out. And you know, just having a small city. That'll be cool. I don't think that's gonna be the case, but... or we could just overload the reactor and get rid of the problem all in all. Oliver Campbell sent me.
Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with.
Okay.
So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. With some minor adjustments. It's in good shape too.
40,000.
It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grav drives are. I get the feeling you're trying to stiff me. Tell you what, sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the pod for free, I won't charge you for the work. Oh, doesn't look like you have enough credits.
How much money do I have? Got 18,000. I need another 7,000. I'll be back real quick. I've got 25,945. I think this might be enough. There you go.
You're done right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit.
Great. You know what the cool thing is? I'm doing all of this, but I haven't told them absolutely anything. Oh. Amin Kazemi. Hello, sir.
I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are!
Never mind.
Yes, of course. Anything for my new friend.
Lovely. Alright. I need to help you prep the ship for the grav drive.
What grav drive? Just joking with you. The Paradiso engineers filled me in.
Stupid.
Okay, let's see what we need to do. Reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Then, turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly.
Okay, I forgot already.
We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it.
Good.
Well, well, it would appear we have the means to go nearly anywhere now.
Where will you go now?
We don't yet know, but we did receive a star map from the Paradiso engineers.
Okay.
I suppose we'll just chart a course for other suitable habitable worlds until we find one that matches the quality of Paradiso. I don't know if we can ever fully repay you. Thank you.
You could give me your ship. Just give me a piggy bank. What did you just give me? $1978. Okay. Basketball. A stick, a hockey stick, a football, a piggy bank. Ooh, is that the Hitman? Oh my god, okay. Advanced XM2311. That's the Hitman pistol. Lovely. And that works with the 45 caliber rounds. I'm loving this. Let's try it out. It's absolutely lovely. Oh, beautiful. Oh my. Can I speak to you again?
We've roamed the stars for almost 200 years. What's a little longer?
Why do you need to find a new home instead of just assimilating into modern society?
That's a good question, but I firmly believe that establishing our own home is what our ancestors would want for us. I think that we will assimilate to some degree, particularly when it comes to trade and exchange of ideas. However, we've fared by ourselves for so long, it would be unreasonable for our people to give up our own sovereignty in favor of a completely different society's rules and expectations.
So where are you gonna go?
Goodness, I'm not sure yet. We'll need to study our new star map. Then, well, I suppose we'll venture forth and try to find the perfect new home for us.
Careful waving that fancy gun around.
And that's that. I don't know if there's anything else, but I'm just gonna leave. Hopefully we're gonna be able to find them in the future. That'll be great. Imagine if you go somewhere on a different planet and you find them settled there. And well, who knows? But yeah, it's been a fun ride with these lads. That was it. A bunch of colonists coming from really far away, 200 years from the past, basically. So we just met dinosaurs, so to speak. That's great. Let me know if you have any other stories of such. I do have a few random encounters which were definitely interesting. So yeah. Have a great day, lads.